Here's another one for the YouTube. This is a bit of a conglomerate of bits as well, but it's pretty well all British, this one. It's something I had one of these featherbed frames around for some time, wondering what to do with it, and then I come across the cases at a friend's place and did a swap with him, which is the AJS matchless type cases, but it had been converted to through bolt for this alloy type top end. So after looking around a bit and a couple more swaps, I managed to find the alloy top end, which is the barrel and head, and decided to build this bike. Right, so the crank in it is actually the 94mm iron barrel G80 crank, and the top end being an 86 by 86 competition top end. I then combined the two so that I have the 94 stroke and the 86 bore, and in order to help me get a deck height, a reasonable deck height for about a 8.5 to 1 compression, I had to use a Velocet piston, which uses the same pin size, and it's an 86 bore as well. And this is actually, I think, 86 plus 20. So anyway, so then a little bit of work and screwing around and put a 32mm carburetor on it. The Magneto is one of those single type competitions things. The drive for that is from Light Drives out of Melbourne. It's a little belt drive. And I made up all my engine plates, and as you can see, if you look closely at the bottom, you can see the bottom engine mount there actually works out with the standard Atlas bottom mount. So that made life a little bit more simple when it came to making engine plates. The gearbox is a pre-unit Triumph, and it has a 5-speed cluster. The Norton tank and their Atlas tank and seat, and the seat has obviously been modified to a bump. The forks are Norton with they're 19-inch wheels front and rear, so therefore it runs the shorter Dommy style fork leg. The alloy rims I found one piece at a swap. These things were pretty crap, so I ended up, instead of going the whole hog and pulling them down, I ended up having the sides taped off after they were both blasted, powdered black, complete wheel, and then cleared so that it gives that bit of a dull grey finish on the edge, which alloy does when you clear it over a sandblast. So the exhaust and the cams in this are CS. So given the fact that it's already a 550 instead of a 500, or even a little bit more, then I found that pipe and these and the CS cams that actually ended up in this motor, I found them at a swap. I built the oil tank. It's just a plain alloy oil tank, to replicate the Manx style, more for a wide line, but it fits the narrow line frame quite easily, or the slim line, whatever people call them. 67 Triumph tail light, Engo muffler. They're standard Commando wheels actually, or Commando and early Commando, late, well, being 19-inch, then I'd have to say they're early Commando. The Atlas has had an 18-inch rear. Now the clutch in this is a modified Triumph, and the axle on the crankshaft on this side was fitted. It was an alternator axle to allow me to put this standard late model style alternator found on most of your later style bikes. The clutch, clutch pulley was made from over-the-counter HDD pulleys. It's a 72 rear instead of a normal 68 that you'd find 36, 68 in a unit construction belt drive kit, but this is a 72, 36, 72. It's the only pulley you can find. I couldn't find a 68 pulley. It's gutted out. The teeth are taken off a standard Triumph clutch chain wheel, the cast iron style, triplex or duplex, it doesn't matter. And then the two mated together, heated up, dropped the ring on, and then a bit of bronzing at the back. The pulley's made in a similar way, but taken a AJS matchless single front pulley, gutted a over-the-counter 36 tooth, and I've ended up with about a 30mm belt drive. It's a bit of a way to go, but it works. So this thing with the 42 tooth rear, and I think it's a 20 front, it gives me nice comfortable 60 mile an hour cruising. that velo piston is a little bit heavy, so the balance is a little bit off, and it can be a tad vibey, but not too bad really. I need to lift the top end because I didn't really get the head sealing that well, and if I do, I'll pull the piston out and maybe take a gram or two out of it and try and increase that or make that balance a bit better. Anyway, there's a little hybrid, what I call a Norjay, and to me that's what it is. Anyway, what with the MGO cheapy rear suspension units, overall this bike doesn't handle too bad. Modern Dunlop tyres, the K81s are a good fit for it. 19-inch works fine, and yeah, all in all it's quite a good little rider, especially when you're getting along on that 5-speed gearbox. That sort of ups its performance a fair bit. Thank you very much for watching.